It's okay. All right, y'all. Friday, May 24th, 90-day sprint session 3 coming at you. Y'all, I am actually really loving these Friday calls. I hope you are too. I feel like it is giving me a place to just kind of like vomit. Like, this is what I did. This is what I'm doing. Like, this is a way to challenge you over the next week. And so my first question is like, drop a 1 in the chat if you feel like business asks are getting easier. Okay, now I want somebody to unmute and tell me about a business ask that went really well.
Okay, I have one that went well, and she filled out my jot form after coming on the event. And now I just opened it, and so I'm like, okay. So I've been wanting to reach out to her for a while, and I had recorded a voice message, sent it to Tracy, but I don't know why her phone would not receive a voice message. It was like, cannot send, cannot send, cannot send. So I fretted over it for like 3 days and tried different ways to do it. Finally, I was like, I just have to do it. Well, I sent it as a voice memo, Julie. I thought the same thing. So I recorded it as a voice recording
Like, yes.
and sent it, still nothing. So I don't know if it's a setting on her phone. So anyway, I just like in our Friday group, we had kind of talked about short and sweet little messages. And so I was like, I'm just gonna have to send her a message. So I did. I sent her a short and sweet message. She replied back she'd be interested in talking. We got on the phone, and what was funny is that I was thinking, okay, she needs income. Maybe that would be what motivates her. But honestly, she doesn't. She has a great job pay wise. And what came out in our conversation was that she doesn't like her job. It's not fulfilling. She sits at a desk all day, and it's kind of like sucking the life out of her. And so I was like, okay, it took a while to kind of get to that because I was trying to give her a reason to need more income. And she was like, I don't need more income. Um, so then I invited her to Tuesday. She hopped on, and yesterday evening she filled out my job form. And so I feel like it went well because I came in with like a thought, and then as I listened to her, I was able to hear her and meet her with what she needed.
Right. And like, these are the conversations that have to have so you can help people. You know, I think sometimes we get so bogged down with like, how do I help somebody share? How do I help somebody go silver? And like, the reality is nobody's having the actual conversations to do the actions. And so we work so much on the actions of like, you know, messaging people and making posts and having an event and like those things. But if nobody's having the conversations, like that's where we have to start. And I think that's kind of a piece that has been missing. And y'all, I just want to encourage you. I was on the Diamond, well, I was watching the recording to the Diamond Sprint call actually from Tuesday, and Angie Ambrosetti was on there. And y'all, I don't know Angie well. I think I've met her a couple of times. Um, I I know she went Sapphire in March and Diamond in April. And anytime somebody does that, like, you have my attention, okay? Because that type of retention and moving forward is a big deal. And so she was sharing that her and her daughter-in-law, a gold ambassador, Madison, who is now Emerald, they went to gold school in October. And Allie, I felt like I was hearing you when she was like, I just heard it. I finally heard it. And I was like, I have to lead with the business. I have to find business builders, not just plus oneers, not just I want to get my products for free. I need to find people who want this opportunity and have a need for income, or Michelle, like, are unhappy at their job and want to use this to replace that over time. That was me, right? I wanted more flexibility. I wanted more joy. Um, and so she was like, so we just did this. Her and Madison just did what we're doing. They practiced their business asks. They started sending 3 a day. They started telling everybody because they knew how to help people share once they got them in the door. Like, they had done that, right? And y'all, Madison went emerald from 83 points in like September to emerald in March. Okay, are you picking that up?
Yes.
Angie went from like, let's say 2,000 points to diamond, 2,000 to 4,500. I don't know where she was as an emerald. She was pretty solid, but that's what we're talking about here is like, when you get this piece, then the other pieces can follow. But I was telling Allie this because she's hopping on with a girl later. And when people come in with big goals, and this is the other side of this. Say somebody comes to you and they say, I want to work toward emerald this year. Okay. Y'all, our goal a month is 3 new customers, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. 3 times 12 is 36. Does 36 customers make an emerald team? No. Does it make a good level 1 business? Sure, it does. But if we don't get comfortable with this, then when people come in and they say, I have these big goals, like, great. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make, and Michelle, this is going to be really helpful for you. Okay. You guys, I'm hopping on the phone with a girl in just a little bit. We're going to make a list of people in your life that you feel like really need these products. They're people that you would tell you were pregnant before you posted on Facebook, right? Family, close friends. And then I want you to make a list of about 5 to 6 people who you know they need this opportunity. Maybe they're unhappy in their job. They've been talking about how to make income. They were working 2 to 3 side jobs to just bring in some extra for their family. And from the beginning, you guys, we are helping people get comfortable with the business ask. From the beginning. And so the product message looks like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm hopeful for, or what I've seen. This is why I think you'd love it. And I'm wondering if you would be open to more info, right? The business ask is just like we've been doing. This is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. This is why I think you'd be awesome at it. And would you be open to a conversation? We've got to start that for these people who, right, Julie, want $2,000 a month. That's what the first Zoom call is, because we're doing 30-minute Zooms with our new shares. That's it. It's make these lists. If they have social media, because some people don't, craft a first post with them and help them message a few of those people on the list. Come up with a message they feel really good about for the prospects, for the biz prospects. See how comfortable they are with voice memos. Some people are going to be really comfortable with that. Other people aren't going to be really comfortable with that. It's okay either way. But if you just tell them, here's a copy and paste message, go send this to 10 people, like, are we serving them well from the start with that?
No, we're not.
No, because that's not what I did, right? Likely that's not what you did. You wrestled with it. You figured out what you wanted to say. You felt good about it. Now, where a lot of us didn't have the training to do business asks in the beginning, that's where we're making the shift here, okay? We've got to help people do that from the beginning, because most people, what we're finding, most people can level 1 their way to silver and even senior silver. But most people can't get enough level 1s to go gold by themselves. Most people can't. Some people can. Most people can't. But even the people who can, if they're having those business conversations in the beginning, that's how you develop an emerald in 6 months. Right? But this doesn't happen with somebody who just wanted to get their products for free, or somebody who just wanted to refer one friend. Because if people are in those camps, then like, they don't want the work.
Yeah.
They're the ones who come to you in 3 months and say, this is taking too much time. I didn't know it was going to take this much time. Yeah, I'm making an income, but it's sucking the life out of my family. And I didn't know I was going to be actually working. I didn't want to work. I just wanted a few referrals to get my products for free. So that's why we're looking for business builders. In that vein, you will find prospect customers, and you will find people who want to get their products for free and refer 1 or 2 friends. Is that helpful? And helpful for kind of what to do on those Zooms? So like Allie's having a Zoom today, told her girl's not on social media, you guys. So they're going to make 2 lists and Allie's going to help her come up with messages that feel really good for that. And then they're going to schedule another 30-minute Zoom for next week where they're going to follow up with those people. Allie can hear how the conversations went, hear if there's any questions her friend has, right? And follow up with those people and then add to the list and message more people, right? Doing these things together in the beginning, that's what's going to change our businesses. That's how Angie went diamond in 4 months. That's how Madison went from 83 points to emerald in 4 months, is doing this with everybody. Everybody. I see like Kim, I don't know if Stephanie's on, but Stephanie's silver and already practicing business asks. Stacy is silver and already practicing business asks, right? I don't know that I was practicing business asks before senior silver, right? Cammie's like, I was not even messaging people at that point. Like, no, I was definitely not telling people about the opportunity. And so like, this is why that is so important. The 2 things I really wanted to talk about today, I'm gonna look at my list. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is when you're doing a 90-day type sprint, sometimes month 1 and 2, it's like, I don't really know what we're doing here. Like, I'm not running for something big. I'm not, right? Like, we're not in the 3rd month yet where it's like, let's go, right? So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about some change that is coming to some of the systems we have. So both of these things, I think, are going to be really freeing and really life-giving. So hang with me. We're going to be done at like 1:45. And I'm going to hope to be done with this kind of segment by like 1:35 so we can have 10 minutes for questions. Okay, so how do you finish any month strong when it's not a month where you are like actively working towards a huge goal? Okay. There's a few margins that I always look at. Did I enroll 3 new VIPs? Well, 3 new VIPs is like bread and butter. That is like my baseline, what I want to be doing to replace any attrition. I've had like 3 people turn off subscriptions this month because of they got behind on products or, you know, they don't have the income right now and they do not want to share, right? Michelle, you're good. I've had that happen. And so adding 3 new customers is kind of like my baseline check box. Okay. So did I enroll 3 customers? And then I have an average number of customers who order every month. So I'm going to pull up my virtual office real quick. And if you are able to do that with yours, I want you to go ahead and pull up your virtual office. And I'm going to show you how I find that. These are kind of the 2 margins that I use for my own personal business. Okay, what I mean is there are a lot of things, especially at this point, that I can't control, right? But what I can control is, am I having the conversations to enroll 3? And am I meeting my average baseline of level 1 customers? So let me pull that up. I was logged into a friend's account. Does anybody else ever always forget to check that I'm not a robot and then it gives you an error? Every day. Okay. Okay. So here's where we're looking. I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm using the new virtual office. Like Julie said, they're kind of transitioning things to there. So where we're looking, oh gosh. Okay. Where we're looking is right here, these qualified ambassadors. So I have to have 6 level 1s commission qualified, which is 100 PV, to meet my emerald goals. Like to be paid as an emerald, I have to have 6. Now, right now you'll see I currently have 26 commission qualified level 1s. Okay, let's go look at April. In April, I had 44 commission qualified level ones. Okay. Let's go look at March. I know March I had more. 52 commission qualified level ones. And then let's go look at February. So I'm going to take the last 3 months, 45. So the average there's about 47 to 48 level ones commission qualified. So my personal goal of commission qualified level ones is 47 to 48. Commission qualified. Okay. This does not count all the partial PV orders. This is just how I kind of check myself, if you will. These are the things that I can, in a way, control, right? I can't control every person, but I can reach out about the Save 10 coupon, and I can ask somebody if they want to try Joyome for the month with a $10 off coupon. And I can really lean in here because these are my customers. Okay. So 3 level ones new. And am I hitting my customer averages? Julie just DM'd me and said, super irritated right now because my average is 50 and you are making more money than me. And this is going to go into the next part of the conversation, Julie, because that's exactly it. Are you hitting that average? You guys, businesses
Yeah, the keys.
ebb and flow. They do. They ebb and they flow. Usually I'm somewhere between 40 and 50 customers. I will tell you on months where my points have dropped drastically, if I don't look at that number and I go back, say on June 1st and look, I'm like, oh my gosh, I only had 30 level ones commission qualified this month. Dang, 10 times 6 is 60 pay points. That's a lot. That's a lot. And what we sometimes do is wait till the 28th to see this and don't realize that all month long we can be working at that number. And so that is kind of your check for like today and this weekend. And, you know, if you've got some time on Monday, because it's a holiday, some people actually have more time to work. Some people don't have time to work. It's whatever, you do you. That's a great area to kind of lean in and say, is there a personal special I could offer for Memorial Day? We don't know if Plexus is doing anything yet. Usually if they do, it's for new customers or like 10% off the whole site. But is there something you could do? Okay. Is there something you could do looking at your list of people who qualify for Save 10? Okay. Somebody tell me who qualifies for Save 10.
Anyone who did not order in the month of April.
That's right. Any of your customers who did not order anything during the month of April qualify for a $10 discount using Save 10. It's on a 50 PV order, I'm thinking is what it is. I think they changed it to PV. And if they get an error message, but they do qualify, it's likely because their membership ran through in the month of April. And if you just help them place their order and call customer service will refund that $10. Okay. That is the easiest thing to do. But y'all, if we can all get really good at this, what you're going to see is that right now your average may be 30, but then maybe this time next year, your average is 45. Okay. Now to Julie's point, 15 points doesn't seem like a whole lot of difference. But one of the things that my coach talked to me about this week, and y'all, it gave me so much freedom. She was like, Tracy, you're looking for other people who want 30 to 50 customers. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for other people who want to come into this business and help 30 to 50 customers. They want to have the responsibility for that. They want to have the customer care for that. They want to troubleshoot with that. They want to plug them into Wellness Warrior and tag them into posts that they see that are awesome. You are looking, and I don't know why this just changed my mindset on who am I looking for. You're looking for other people who want 30 to 50 customers to help. That's it. That doesn't have a timeline. That doesn't have a time frame. That is, you're looking for other people who want to care for people. If they don't want customers, they're not the person that you're looking to help. If they don't want to learn how to care for their customers, they aren't the person that you're looking to help. So Julie, like you are the perfect example. You're not going to move forward in this business just from finding new customers. You're going to move forward when you find 3 or 4 more people who want 30 to 50 customers a month, right? Who want to have that care and plug them into the community and let them know about specials and tell them when their credit card declines and, tell them when they're on the perks report. Y'all, that's what we're really looking for, is these pockets of people who just want to care for customers. They don't have to necessarily be business builders right off the bat, wanting to build a team, right? But even somebody who wants 30 to 50 customers, they're going to be bringing in gold income, maybe even senior gold income. And that's going to be about $700 to $1,000 a month, right? Like $500 to $1,000 a month, just depending. And they're going to enroll their 3 people a month, and they're going to have a great customer base. And that's going to be a solid leg of your business. It's so smart for Plexus to do the enroll 3, get rank consistency bonuses, because I don't need 3 customers for a new wallet, but I will work hard for it for 200. Exactly. And that's another good point, Julie. When you enroll your 3, you unlock your ability to get your re-rank bonuses. So what else can we do to finish this month strong? Continue having business asks. 3 a day, 5 days a week. Business asks. On Friday, I would recommend that you follow up with everybody you messaged that week. So maybe 3 business asks 4 days a week, and Friday you come in and follow up with everybody you haven't heard back from, right? You're gonna have to have kind of a system that you make, but y'all, just imagine if you've done this, the business asks, since we've been talking, and you're getting better at it, you're getting more confident in it. Where are you going to be 60 days from now with that? Right? You're going to be talking to a mom at a park and she's like, oh, I'm thinking about getting a part-time job. And you're like, no, you're not. Let me tell you about what I do. You're going to have so much confidence, not only in what you do, but in how you can help people, that you're going to be like shocking yourself. And then you're going to be the person on the call who's like, right? How many of y'all have heard things on calls and you're like, oh my gosh, she did what? Like, you're going to be that person who Kim's at the gym teaching class, and afterwards she's talking to one of her people and they're like, oh yeah, like I'm thinking about and Kim's like, hey, can I call you later? I actually have this incredible home-based business and I think you'd be perfect. It's been a blessing to our family. I've been making $500 to $1,000 a month for like 3 years now. And what you're talking about doing is going to bring you like $500 a month. So I feel like we could have a conversation about this. Would you be open to it? Right? Like, you're going to be in this posture of like just confidence in what we're doing. So business asks 3 a day, 4 days a week, follow up on Friday. See how that feels next week, right? If you're taking Monday off, do 6 on Tuesday. Just talk to 3 people at your barbecue on Monday, right? Like, do things that are doing it. Don't give yourself an out or an excuse. That is how you can finish strong. Who do you need to help go silver this month? Okay, y'all, I'm having a conversation with my friend Courtney today. It is her going to be her first day, day 1. Like, this is day 1. I'm putting it on my calendar. Day 1. What's my goal? To help her go silver in 7. So my goal is to help her go silver before the end of the month. We don't need to get into all of the rigor mortem of, does this count for Fast Start 30? Is this silver? What is this? Oh crap, now I have to explain to her, like, you didn't get this $100 bonus, but you got this $100 bonus, and the next $100 bonus will come when you hit this, like, right? You want to lock in as many silvers before this end of the month as you can. It just eases the confusion. So do you need to have an event? Do you need to hop on Zoom and help somebody make a list, 2 lists? Do you need to help somebody make a post, right? Just really ask yourself, I love this question from Meredith. What else can I try? What else can I try? But that is going to be something that is really, really important. Now, none of the things I told you have to do with ranking up or re-ranking, okay? And so that is something that you're going to look at too. If I meet my personal customer quota, right? If I enroll 3, where is that going to put me in regards to either re-ranking or ranking up? There's big bonuses available for both of those things. And so you've got to know where you're at kind of on that sliding scale of hitting those goals. And then you may shift your goals based on that, right? That is how we finish a month strong. We're not always working towards big rank ups. We're not always doing things where it's like, Tracy's running for Sapphire, we're counting down and working towards that, right? No. And in fact, the new strategy here is like, we're looking for 10 people who want 30 customers as a team. Like, that's what we're looking for. People who want businesses and want the responsibility that comes with that. Okay. Now we're going to move into what is changing. Does anybody have any questions about end of the month? If you're still like, I just don't know. You feel good to finish the month strong. Okay, cool. Change is coming. So I think y'all know this. I'm being coached by Stephanie Swamy. She is someone that is incredible. She was at the top of her network marketing company for years, and shared with me a little bit of her journey. And basically, she went from the equivalent of silver to sapphire in 13 months with her company 2 decades ago. Okay, so I want to listen to what she has to say. Stephanie, you're going to have to go back and watch the front half of this. Okay, sister. And so I want to listen to what she has to say. And one of the biggest things that we're kind of working on right now is removing the friction and removing the noise. I think you can all agree that that is going to be really important as we enter into this new kind of season of growth. So what are some things that are causing friction? Number one, I'm just going to use this example. Allie's customers, they're not my responsibility and they don't need my time. So 3-way messages, they're out. Okay, here's why. Hold on. And so here's the why. We are looking for people who want customers. We are looking for people who want responsibility. And we are looking for people who do not want to be micromanaged, because we do not want to micromanage. It is a lot when you have multiple level ones sharing and they're all pulling into you into these 3-way messages and then running customer care. And you're like this third party person sitting over here like, okay, go Allie, you got this, girl. Cool, cool. And if you want to grow a business, you're going to have to do the business asks. I know that we had used this third-party system as a way for like Allie to come in for her people and talk, hey, yeah, I'm sure so-and-so told you about the opportunity, right? The reality of the situation is if you want to build a business, you're going to have to be doing the business asks, not relying on your sponsor to come in and do that for you. It's something you're going to have to learn. And it is right now noise and friction. If I had been told when I came into this as a red personality with entrepreneurial visions and big goals, that I had to slow my roll and pull every single person into a conversation with my sponsor, I wouldn't have, honestly, I don't know what I would have done. I would have felt micromanaged. I would have felt like I wasn't trusted. I would have felt all of these things. And I think it's so interesting because I was telling Stephanie, well, we did it because we just wanted to help people with retention. And we wanted to like make sure people were sending the right things and doing the right things. And she was like, because you wanted to micromanage people. And I was like, shoot, dog, call me to the carpet. And so how I am proposing that it looks, obviously you are all the leaders of your own teams. You can do whatever you would like. But what we're going to do, what I'm going to be doing is modeling for Courtney. Courtney is going to start sharing, hey, your first 3 people, I want you to pull into a message with me. And you're going to say, hey, you're literally my first customer. So I'm going to pull you into a message with my sponsor so she can teach me how to care for people well. You're going to do that with your first 3 customers. And then by customer 4, you got it. You got it. You can do this. Think of it with like your kids. And like Peyton was learning how to skate and he was falling and he was falling and he was falling. And every time we like got him back up and pushed him back out. And then he got it by himself. And now he doesn't need us. And he always looks at me and he gives me a thumbs up. Look at me, Mom. I got it. Right? Y'all, we've got to trust people. And we've got to trust that people are going to do the same work we did to figure out customer care, systems, plugging people. Like I've tried apps, I've tried calendars, I've tried reminders. I've tried so many things to get to a point where I feel really confident in my customer care. And that's what we want for everybody. Because while Kim is leading Stephanie, your customers aren't Kim's customers. They're yours, right? And I'm using this example because you're new. And I think that's easy to kind of like look at with moving forward in this way. Here's kind of some of the things that we're going to be shifting. Wellness Warriors community. We're going to have an opt-in post on the 20th of the month in the Wellness Warrior Hope Shares or Wellness Warrior Leaders chat thread. Sorry. It's going to be in the Leaders chat thread. There's going to be a yes, I would like to be delegated a day of responsibility here. Or there's going to be like a, hey, this month's crazy. Count on me for next month, right? We are going to have a poll and then I am going to just fire off. Hey, Allie, you've got June 4th. Post a powerful weight loss testimony. Boom. Hey, Cammie, you've got June 6th. Post about MetaBurn. Hey, Kim, you've got June 10th. I want you to run a pink drink selfie challenge, right? Like we're going to delegate these things because if we're all utilizing this community and we're eradicating the noise that is exactly what I felt, where I didn't have a valuable customer community to add my customers to. So we eventually had to create our own. We have to be adding value and we all have to be putting our faces in there so that Cammie, your team and your customers are seeing you at least once a month, go in there and share something, right? We have to be adding things of value where Hunter, when somebody's like, how do I lose weight? You're like, oh, Allie just made a post about MetaBurn. Let me go tag you in there. We want it to be an interactive type thing where you are seeing information that you want to tag people in. We will likely have a detox post once a month that is talking about detox and die off, and it's going to look a little bit different month to month because it's going to be a different person. And the thing is, like on that day where we opt in, over the next couple of days, I'm going to like come up with a schedule and just send those out. You can go in there and schedule your post for the next month on the next day and not even have to worry about it again. The goal is not to add something to your plate. The goal is to give you buy-in to a community that I really feel like has power to be really, really awesome. Really, really awesome. And so the way that Stephanie kind of broke this down for me is she was like, customers should be hearing from 2 people, their ambassador and the company. Those are the 2 people a customer needs to hear from. Now, if there's somebody is struggling with the products, absolutely. Hey, let me pull you into a message with my friend Kim. She is really great at helping people have advice on this. She's my sponsor. She helped me get started. I promise she's not crazy. Like, are you cool if I do that? And at that point, Kim comes into the conversation and helps that situation. Y'all, it's not weird. I think somewhere along the way, it was like, we want to build trust and build this and all the things. But I'm telling you, I'm in messages with Allie's people and I'm literally like a fly on the wall over here. And it is weird. It's weird for them. It's weird for me. And then, okay, the other thing, when people start to share, then we introduce them. Hey, Cammie, this is my new sharer, Rochelle. She just made her first post and we are so excited. I wanted to go ahead and connect y'all because I know that you're going to be a really big part of this journey with her. And I know you're cheering her on every step of the way, right? That is where the introduction happens, because when you are looking for business builders, instead of trying to just catch a few who might want it, the goals they change, right? So it's going to be very clear. These are Kim's customers. These are who she's caring for. Oh, now Stephanie started sharing. Let me introduce her to Tracy. So she's part of this team now, right? Let's bring them in, but they're going to be in Wellness Warrior. And if we can get that community sense going, it's going to be really, really good. And it's going to eradicate some of the noise. Now, I know some of you guys have your own type of customer communities. And I asked Stephanie, I was like, what would your advice be there? And I would say, she said, I would ask the question, is it working? Is it working or is it creating more noise? And at that point, just make the decision of like plugging in here, plugging in there. There have been times where I've deleted pages because I started it to try it and it didn't work. I had my own customer community when I was a Gold Ambassador and added people in there. And then I was like, this isn't working. This is dumb. And I deleted it. And so that was her advice there. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I don't know what's going to be best for you. But I did want to ask her about that because I think sometimes we just need permission to remove noise and it not feel like failure. And sometimes we make things mean failure that aren't actually failure. So I'm really excited, y'all. I think Stephanie is really excited and that makes me really excited. She was like, Tracy, I feel like with your team, like you're on the verge. If you can know who you're looking for, if you can help everybody feel confident in talking about the opportunity, if you can have people know how to help people start sharing, but if you can stop with the trying to just like, throw out 1,000 lines and hook a couple that don't actually want this, and really throw one line and say, hey, I'm looking for a business builder who wants 30 to 50 customers, who wants to earn $500 to $1,000 a month. And then the conversation is, okay, do you want me to help you build a business? Okay, here's what we're going to do from the very beginning. We're going to start here. Prospects, business asks. And we're going to get you really confident in that because that's going to make this journey 1,000 times simpler than doing what so many of us did. And that's getting all the way to gold or senior gold and then realizing I can't do this without other people. So we learn from what we did and we go train people to do differently. And then in 6 months, we are the team that everybody's looking at and saying, oh my gosh, where did you come from? How did you do this? How did Kim go emerald and Cami went emerald and Allie's sapphire and Michelle's, right? Like, how did all of these things happen so quickly? And you say, well, we realized it started with, there's no road forward that doesn't include helping others build businesses too, because that's how the compensation plan was created. And so we just worked for 90 days on getting really confident talking about the opportunity and asking everybody and getting on Zooms with them and helping them to start to share and helping them get really confident in the business right from the beginning. And then we move forward from there. So I would love to hear if you guys have any questions, comments, anything like that. I'm really excited. Yeah.
Okay, I do have one question.
Yes.
Okay, so this feels amazing to me. This part, like I feel like getting super clear on what we're looking for is helpful. I think where I struggle the most is if Michelle had come at me and said, hey, I'm looking for someone who wants a business of 40 to 60 customers, I would have been like, yeah, that ain't me. But here I am with a business wanting 40 to 60 customers, having it some months, wanting it to be that, you know what I mean?
Cami,
I think
it doesn't mean that we're not still helping people we have all these tools, shout out posts, referral program, get your products for free. But if we are not talking about the opportunity with people, we are going to miss the big fish.
Yeah, maybe that's it is it's learning that some people do want that and those are the people I'm missing, by not asking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here's my thoughts on it, Tammy. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying this is what I'm looking for, and then allowing that person to say, like, ooh, that's overwhelming. But what I would like is this. And then you're like, oh, well, I can help you do that. Because I'm over here helping these other people do these massive things. You know what I'm saying? So, and I would feel more confident if I were coming in and somebody's like, oh, I help people build clientels of 30 to 50, and you just want 3? Great. Can do. I just think this is going to make us more confident in general that we can help anybody who wants anything on the spectrum, you know?
That's where the jot
For
form is
sure.
really helpful too, Cami. Having that to send to people who are interested in anything, like it's really clarifying. Kim, I saw your comment and yeah, I mean, anything that's extra work and not producing the results, like that's the friction. That's the extra noise. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I am going to have to send a message to Paige and Sally that I'm no longer posting in Legacy because it's not bringing any results and it's noise. And I haven't posted in like 3 weeks anyways. So there sometimes it means hard conversations. In your case, it only impacts really you know? So. Any other questions? Okay, y'all, your homework for the week is simple. 3 business asks each day. If you have questions with responses to those, go into the Wellness Warrior Leaders chat or message your sponsor. We really want to help you feel confident and grow in this skill. On that note, if you haven't followed up with all the business asks you've been sending, do that this weekend. That's something I'm going to do when we're in the car tomorrow is just take some time and like, gosh, who all, like, I need to make a list. Who all have I sent business asks to and have I followed up with them? Because that was like really putting myself out there. And if I don't follow up on that, like that's on me. Right. So, that is something I'm going to do over the weekend. Look at your save 10 list, which is just anybody who didn't order in March. And, okay, that's all. That's all we got for the week. We're going to be next week giving you stuff to finish the month strong. If you're not having enough conversations to enroll your 3 this month, start there by having more conversations. That is just easy. Respond to stories, send new reach outs, open the door. We'll take anyone when it comes to a customer. When you're talking about a business ask, you're going to get specific. But with customer, you just get to message people and just invite them to take a look at this. Okay. That's all I got. If you are my level 1 or Allie, stay on. I am going to delegate to you a post for next week for Wellness Warriors so that we're not like waiting till June. That's all. Yay.